Alright guys, we have 4 packages in here that I wanted to open. Let's just open them together. These are some of the tech items that I got for Black Friday. Billy was kindly gifted them to me as a Christmas present. So the first thing that I really wanted to get is a faster SSD because I'm currently editing through an external SSD and it is so outdated. And here we are. We got the SK Hynix Platinum P41 SSD. This is 2 terabytes. I decided to build my own SSD. So we got the NVMe here and I am still waiting for the Enclosure. I think it's gonna come very soon. This is the Neewer CB60B. I've been wanting to get a lighting for so long. This one just came today. This is the lantern attachment for the lighting. And the last one here, a brand that wants to send this to me. I think it's a tripod for your phone. And I'm actually pretty excited for this one because it looks great. Ta-da! Oh yeah, it's from Kraftgeek. Nice. Alright guys, now we have this Kraftgeek MagStand. Let's open this out. Ooh. The footprint of this stand is surprisingly smaller than I thought. I can put in my tote bag, my handbag, and even in my small sling bag. So the way that this stand works is using this magnetic ring. If you're using an iPhone with a MagSafe on it, you can definitely attach it. You can also tilt the bracket on an angle, so if you want to use it as a monopod, you can. But if your phone doesn't have a MagSafe on it, they come with one magnetic attachment ring. You can use your phone both vertical and horizontal with this stand as well. But what I'm really impressed by this MagStand is the height of this thing. It can go even taller than me. I'm 158 centimeters or 5'2". This thing is probably 5'4". This is honestly great. Not only that, this stand also comes with a Bluetooth remote control. You can just plug it out very easily. And to connect it with your phone, you don't have to download an extra app. You just press the button, hold it, and make sure your Bluetooth is turned on, and it will show up straight away. If you click on it, you can link it up, and then that's it. You can use it as a remote shutter. You can use it for both photos and videos. This would be very helpful if you're shooting your content solo or if you're solo traveling. I haven't tested this out outdoors, but if you're shooting indoor, this is pretty sturdy. I've been testing this MagStand out in the past few weeks, and at first I thought this was just a cute addition into my tech gear, but I was kind of wrong because I started using this more and more for this one particular reason, which is the MagStand itself. Now, if you guys are already familiar with my content, you guys know that I use 4 cameras. My main camera is right here, which is the Sony ZV-E10, and then casually I would use DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and also the Insta360 Go 3S, which both have magnetic attachment to them. I added these magnetic accessories to my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and this has been a game changer, while the Insta360 Go 3S has already come as a magnetic camera. And although this magnetic attachment does really helps whenever I can find metal objects, but that wasn't the case most of the time, so I ended up picking up this stand more often than I intended to because it's just that easy. I can just open this up. Whenever I want to record with Pocket 3, I can just like this, turn it on, and I can just bring it wherever I want. And the best part of the magnetic attachment for the Pocket 3 is you can literally do this, you can swap it around, and this is pretty much sturdy. And the same thing with the Insta360 Go 3S. I just pop out the little tiny camera and just stuck it into the stand. You just have to know where the strongest point of the magnet so that it won't fall off. But yeah, usually it would be around here at the top or around here at the bottom. I also tried putting the whole thing in here, which kind of works, but it's just a bit questionable, and I just don't want to risk it for this one because I feel like you have to handle this one with care. But the camera itself, it's waterproof, it's dust proof, and it's probably more durable. Now, if you want to talk about the downside, I kind of have one. As you guys already know, this is magnetic, right? But the thing is, the magnet is only strong on this one part, not on the other way around. The tilting part, you can do it on one side only, which is the front camera side. So if you want to shoot something that is facing facing the ground or from the eye level, you can only use your front camera and not the back camera. In the box, the stand came with a round magnetic attachment. That attachment is supposed to be for phones that doesn't have a MagSafe on it. So that attachment is supposed to be mimicking the magnetic side from the phone and not from the MagSafe. So I was trying to be a smartass and put that attachment on the other side of the MagSafe, and then I tried to attach my phone on it. Of course it doesn't want to stick because they are the same side of the magnet, so it's kind of like canceling out on each other. But I know that Amazon, eBay, or even AliExpress, they would sell the round magnetic sticker that you can attach on anything basically, and I was planning to buy that and then attach it on the side so that I can put my phone on the other side as well. I also already voiced this to the Kraftgeek team, so hopefully they are taking the suggestion, and maybe hopefully in the future they're gonna include that side of the magnetic attachment on the box as well. And lastly, I can't express how quick trying to set up things with this is just less than 5 seconds, like literally. It takes a little bit of a learning curve to open and close this stand in a matter of 3 seconds, but you can totally do it. Just be careful. It can get pretty snappy. By the way, I have a 15% discount that they give to me if you want to buy it. I'll link it down below. With that said, if you do have any other cameras that have magnetic attachment, I would say this will be a game changer. And they also have the stand in the color black as well, if you're into that. So yeah, let me know what you think. And thank you, Kraftgeek, for sending me this. Thanks, Kraftgeek. So I've been wanting to upgrade my external SSD. This has just come into my doorstep. Let's just open them together. I am currently using the Samsung T5. I've been using it, I think, since I was still using my 12-inch MacBook. So we go way back. I only have 512 gigabytes, and I should have known better that that is definitely not enough. So I am upgrading my external SSD. I mainly use my external SSD for editing. So I would put my library and all my data in the SSD, and then I will edit it through the external SSD. And then after I'm done, I'm just simply moving all the data back into my hard drive to be archived. I was actually planning to just buy external SSD like Samsung T9 or T7, but after looking at the prices, I was like, oof. Is there any cheaper alternative? And the answer is yes, there is a cheaper and better alternatives, and I'm going to show you how. So basically what you want to do is to build your own external SSD by buying the SSD itself individually and also the enclosure. Now, I guess the con is probably just that the enclosure is going to be a bit bigger than the regular portable SSD that you can get out there. But in terms of the price and the speed, these two combined is amazing. The SSD that I bought is this SK Hynix. For these two, I spent about 250. So this enclosure is from Qwiizlab. It feels very sturdy. It has an actual weight to this. Wow. So this is how it looks like. This is the Samsung T5 and this is the Qwiizlab. Wow, a world of a difference. But the thing is, I actually don't really bring my laptop out so much. My laptop is my computer. So yeah, I don't really care about the size. Now all you gotta do is to build it. The first time that I used Samsung SSD was initially because my MacBook is getting really slow, and I knew that my MacBook at the time was not meant for video editing at all. It was this really thin MacBook that's probably only can be used for day-to-day activities like browsing and admin stuff, but I used it for video editing a lot and it was suffering so much. At the time, I was also did not have the budget to upgrade my MacBook, so that's when I learned how to edit through your external SSD. So then I got this and started editing through the SSD. This has been a lifesaver, and this has been with me through the thick and thin. Even after I switched to my iMac, I still use it. And now my computer is MacBook M2 Pro Max. This needs a lot of catch up to do, and it's actually becoming way much slower than my computer. So that is why I am now investing into something better. here. The read and write speed for the SK Hynix is about up to 7,000 megabyte per second. It depends on where you put it. I guess if you put it into a computer, then it can reach its maximum potential. But after watching several videos, I noticed that the read and write speed is about 2,900 to 3,100-ish, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that is already considered really fast. Because the Samsung T9 portable SSD, their read and write speed is about 2,000. So this one is about 1 gigabyte per second faster than the Samsung T9. So I'm excited to compare. Actually, I'm just going to compare to the T5 SSD. As you can see here, it says that it's 40 gigabyte per second for the transfer. We'll see how that looks. Okay, I have a 158 items here that I want to move. I'm gonna move it to both my Samsung T5 and also my new SSD. We'll see how long it will take. Okay, that is crazy. Wow, that's a world of a different. Jeez. That was 40 seconds and the T5 is still running. 1 minute 48. That is almost 3 times faster. Okay, I'm still very curious. This article says that the MacBook M2 Pro Max read and write speed is 5,000 and 6,000, which is way higher than my external SSD. We'll see the difference, okay? Let's start a timer. Oh wow, this does looks way faster. 34. Okay. Editing Laura here. After using it for about a couple of weeks, I can safely confirm that the combination of SK Hynix and Qwiizlab is definitely a powerhouse. Moving my data to the new SSD is so incredibly fast that I can't even slack off anymore. So yeah, if your computer doesn't have a fast SSD, or if you just want to upgrade your SSD overall, and if the size doesn't really matter to you, I highly recommend you to get this combination. I will link them on my description as well. Definitely keep an eye whenever they are having a sale, because that's the best time for you to get it. But yeah, I approved. So cool. It's big. I'm actually really excited to use this. Okay, let's try it. Oh, cables are pretty long. Yeah, it's pretty long. Are you guys ready? On. Okay, that is bright, and that's 50%. Try 100%. That is 100%. Okay. That is very bright. Damn. This is the color. How yellow or how white? Very yellow. This is getting blue. What about this one? Hot damn. Not only do we got the lighting, we also have the lantern attachment to diffuse the light. This bad boy right here. I got it in 65 centimeter in diameter. I have no idea how to put them on. I'm a bit lazy to read the manual, but it's supposed to be easy because it says it's a one-step quick release kind of thing. So we'll see how easy it is. Everyone say thank you to Billy, because this is gonna level up my content in 2025. Whoa, okay. Let's see what we're working with here. So I saw in the tutorial that you just need to push the lantern and then it's just gonna open up by itself. Oh. What do I do? It still won't come out. It still won't open. We need to read. Okay. So there's like a wire here. What we want is to connect that into the hook. So if I push it, see that this thing, we can go a bit lower and to align the wire into the hook. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. Isn't that cool? That's pretty cool. So we got the lantern attachment. Now all we need to do is attach the light. I don't know if I can, because right now the lights can't stand by itself because I don't have a stand, but I'm gonna try. You did it! Now what? So as you can see now, the light is very much diffused, so much nicer. This is so cool. So look at that. But this is very heavy. And look at Ideally, I really wanted to put the lightings either on the left side or on the right side of my table. And to put it there, I really needed a stand. But sadly, the stand that I really want from Neewer, they're not in stock anymore. And I have been eyeing for them in the last 6 months, but they're never restocked it. So I'm kind of feeling a bit torn. Should I get something else? Because if there's one thing about a light stand, they are not cheap. The light stand that I wanted to get from Neewer, it's like $300. But the main thing that makes me want to get that stand is because of the foldable legs. So if you want to store it away, it doesn't take much space, and the stand also has wheels on them, so you can just roll it around at ease. I don't have to lift them, and the footprint is definitely smaller, especially on the leg side compared to the C stand, because C stand, which is the stand that people usually use for lighting, kind of take quite a big of a room for the leg itself. So yeah, now I'm really torn if I should just get a C stand, because C-stand is definitely much cheaper anyway, but I don't know. Anyway, those are the 3 tech items that I got to upgrade my content creation in 2025. Let me know if you want me to make a video of a full breakdown of everything tech items, content creation related. And next week we're gonna be back with another challenge. I just got this from My Way Up, and these are kind of the starter kit to jumpstart my gut health journey. I have a really bad gut problem. I'm gonna try this out for a week and see if it helps with my bloating problem. I'm also gonna show you some of my wellness routine, what I've been eating. But yeah, fun stuff. So stay tuned for next week's video. And if you like challenge videos, make sure you also watch me trying to wake up at 5 a.m. for a week. Put it over here. Thank you again, Kraftgeek, for sending me this, and I'll see you next week.